the new year, and many of us likely enjoyed the holiday season a bit too much. Though the holidays are a joyous time with friends and family, they often lend themselves to bad eating habits and lack of exercise. Joining us now to talk about getting our nutrition and health back on track is Chef Amber Solnick. Good morning, Amber. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, good morning, Rachel. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm really excited because I think you're my third fellow LEAP class member to join me on the show, which kind of shows you how great that program is and how diverse people's skill sets are. But I want to first, and I always like to do this before we start the show, I want to know a little bit about you and kind of what you do and who you work for, kind of get a framework for what our topic is today.
Sure. I kind of do a lot of different things. Mainly, I have a day job like anybody else, but I manage a Aragon wine market, so I work in the wine industry. And then I also do catering outside, and I write for the Pensacola News Journal as well in their wellness section. So I kind of try to keep up on current health and fitness trends and interview a bunch of people from around town, athletes, professional mental health care providers, things like that, just to see what's going on around the world and what people should know about.
Well, and actually kind of why I really wanted you to be on the show is because a couple months back we had our rat race and you wrote about it, and I thought it was really great, but it's January already, and we are thinking about the new year and how we can kind of do better with healthy eating. I just hit a huge milestone birthday, 30. So I'm already thinking about, oh man, my health is probably going to be priority now, which I thought I was immune before, who knew, from the aging process and everything. But I wanted you to kind of talk about, you're a blogger, you're a chef, and you write a lot about uncomplicating recipes and those kinds of things. But could you kind of tell me, first of all, why do you think people are intimidated by the cooking process? Because I feel like that's a huge deterrent for people eating healthy sometimes.
Yeah, they hear the terms like whole foods and things like that, and well, I thought, food was food, and what they really mean is kind of leaving the food as whole as possible, like buying an apple instead of applesauce, buying, the uncooked dried grains instead of a microwave bag or something like that. So you do have to do a lot more prep and a lot more cooking to get the food to an edible state. So it is a lot more work, and people, don't always have time, or maybe they're not that great of cooks, and so they are kind of intimidated,
right.
But it does get easy, so say if you're used to eating rice and gravy as a side, switch the rice out for quinoa. It cooks the exact same way as rice. It tastes a lot better, and you can serve it just like you would serve rice, but it's way, way healthier for you.
Well, and I think sometimes we assume that eating healthier can be more expensive. How much truth is there to that, and what are some ways you can cut costs if that is the case?
The number one thing I do is I have a membership to one of the big, bulk grocery stores, and that's where I get all of my health food because it's a lot cheaper. I get my quinoa there, and it's, I think, $7 for 2 pounds, where that's like half price that you'd find at a normal place. Nuts, like cashews you can buy in bulk, coconut oils, grass-fed beef, things like that are usually very expensive at the smaller grocery stores. You can save a lot that way.
Buying in bulk. See, that kind of overwhelms me because I'm a single person. So if I'm buying a whole bunch of food, that means I'm going to have to be cooking every night of the week for every meal. And I guess I think that's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah, and a lot of places are starting to catch on that people do want to eat right and they don't have the time to do it. So you can go into the freezer section and get healthy breakfast sandwiches in individual containers that you just pop in the microwave, and then you have a nice healthy breakfast that you didn't have to spend half an hour cooking and cleaning up after. Or meatballs. We buy the grass-fed meatballs. They're cooked, ready to go, and you just pop those in some sauce on the stove, or just put a couple of them on your salad, and when they thaw, they're already ready. So that's easy ways to do it too.
Well, what are the advantages? You talked about grass-fed, eating things in their natural state, basically, not adding the preservatives and those kind of things. Well, what are the advantages to your health for those things versus some of the other processed stuff like McDonald's that we might want to get on a quick lunch break?
Your body knows how to process the sugar from an apple. It doesn't really process sugar from a soda very well. You know, it's just something foreign to us. You know, we've only been eating these processed foods for the past 50 years or so, but we've been eating food, you know, since the beginning of time.
Right.
So we know how to eat, you know, these whole foods that everyone keeps talking about. And especially we're finding now with the hydrogenated oils and the trans fats, our body didn't know how to even get it out of our system, so it just started storing it in, you know, our tissue and our hearts, and it was killing a lot of people, and then they're finally starting to ban it from use. You'll still find it in some items, but, you know, it was a big thing, like no more trans fats, but no more for a reason. It's killing people.
Right.
So.
Well, and healthy eating obviously is very, very important, but so is exercise. And I think this is, like, I can diet all day long, but exercise, like finding the time when you're busy and those kinds of things, I mean, I think it can be kind of overwhelming. What would you recommend for somebody who's kind of a newbie and really just maybe needs to hit the gym, like to stay motivated?
Yeah, you know, this time of year, gym memberships are cheap to free almost. Like, they're giving away months for free. They're throwing in free equipment. They want people to get in and make their resolutions and get started and get active into a lifetime of fitness. But if you know, say that a gym is too far or something like that, there's lots of stuff you can do in your own home. Get some little weights and stuff like that. There's apps on your TV that help you along with like yoga and fitness, and a lot of them are free or very, very inexpensive. Even getting outside and doing some winter gardening. Here in Florida, I mean, trees and stuff grow all year long. There's always something to do in your yard, so
that's
you
very
can go
true.
out there, maybe get, you know, adopt a pet that likes to go outside, so you'll have a little companion with you while you're gardening. And it'll also, when you don't feel like going outside and the pet wants to go outside, it kind of forces you along to get out there.
Well, I think these are really great tips, and you share a lot of this information actually on your blog, and I think that's where I found some of your uncomplicated recipes, which I think is really great. So could you just share with our viewers as we wrap up how they can contact you if they have more questions or maybe need some tips?
Yeah, you know, my phone number is 850-530-0633. They can call or text if they have any questions. My email is really simple. It's just ambersolnick@gmail.com. Facebook is Chef Amber Solnick. If you're looking for any of my past articles, you can go on pnj.com and then just go to the search bar, type in my name, and all the old articles will pop up, and you'll be able to find some stuff. And my blog is actually tumblr.chefhacks.com. So, and you can even type in the search bar Chef Hacks or Amber Solnick, and it'll pop up as well.
Awesome. Well, this is a lot of great information, and it sounds like you're very accessible, which is great because people can find you all sorts of ways. But I really appreciate you coming on the show this morning. I think this is great information, and I think it will help a lot of people. So thanks so much, Amber.
Thank you.